The canonization of Carlo Acutis, the 15-year-old known as the patron saint of the internet, was experienced in a very special way by his mother, Antonia Salzano. Her image in St. Peter's Square became a symbol for many of the families present. It must be such a powerful emotion. She has taken on the role of apostolate as a mother in a very beautiful way, and I believe she has a great calling as a mom to inspire us mothers, to remind us that we can always persevere in faith, and that our children ultimately belong to God. We accompany the process, but God does the work in each of our children and calls them to holiness. She has a son with autism and often admits that it is not easy, but she clings to her faith to understand the world through her son's eyes. The truth is, we already live a life deeply touched by faith. Our son with autism moves through the world in a very particular way, but somehow he also touches many lives. So I believe there is something holy in him, because even though he has a disability that is very difficult for the world to understand, in his simplicity, he manages to transmit the joy of Christ to others. St. Peter's Square welcomed faithful of all ages to see the message of faith and hope for the new generations in the canonization of Carlo Acutis. Young people today have different goals, different outlooks. They often only see material things. But these young saints have directly felt the Word of God touch their hearts, and I'm happy about that, because it will serve as a guide for not only today's youth, but even more so for future generations. The testimony of Antonia Salzano, mother of the Church's newest saint, has become a reference point for those who wish to live out their faith in everyday life and pass it on to future generations.